Welcome to the CFG Game Cast, episode number 242, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode every weekend and release on all podcast services at the beginning of each and every week. So do us a favor and show us some love by liking, following, subscribing, and sharing on our YouTube page, the CFG channel, or on our Twitch page, twitch.tv/CFG, and be a part of the conversation. I am Mr. CFG Games Davis Green, and with me today, I got only one of my awesome co-hosts that I feel like we need to just kick him in the butt to be more energetic. We got the 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty in this third seat. What's going on, my dude?
First off, I ran out of coffee, so I had like a little bit that was left in the pot. I just reheated that, and it was not nearly enough. So I'm struggling a little bit. This is true.
Yes.
But no, it's been good. Work was good. Again, I've been enjoying Blop 6. That's been fun. Sparking 0. Still going through the story modes of each character and stuff like that, so I've been enjoying that. Other than that, though, just been working. The paychecks are finally starting to hit, so I can unpucker a little bit and relax my shoulders. So that's always a good feeling. Welcome in, Unknown. Good to see you. Yeah, everything has been solid. So just grinding away, doing things. Yeah, I know Dragon Age, even though I will not be purchasing it, I will probably eventually play it, though. But I know that release, so that's been positive, reviews, player reviews, and things like that. So good to see. I know that BioWare needed a dub. Their last game, we were talking about this before we went on stream, but their last game was Anthem. They need a dub, folks. Trust me, I've been watching. I've been waiting. As somebody that I went full in on Anthem, they made me look like a fool. So they needed a win here. So I'm glad that people are enjoying Veilguard and hope to jump in here at some point in time.
I am surprised. Like it's surreal to even think that the last game was Anthem. And when did Anthem come out? Like 2019?
Something like that.
It has to be. It had. I think it was before. Yeah. It had been before the pandemic because I went to Japan.
It was before the pandemic. Yes, it was like right when I had gotten a PC. It was the first game that like I really got comfortable with mouse and keyboard because I literally streamed it for 24 hours straight.
Yes. Okay.
So
yes, you did. You basically did everything in 24 hours essentially because that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's basically what
that was terrible. Hey, to be fair to Anthem's credit, what you did play, you did have a fun time, but it just got.
I had a blast. Yeah. I wanted more, dude. I seen that there's talks about one of the producers talking about we'd love to reboot it, and it's like that's a pipe dream in my opinion. But there was a lot of great mechanics to it, and the gameplay was a lot of fun. The story stuff was lame though. That's really where. And they had no real plan for it being a live service game. They should have had that planned out at least a year in advance. You know,
unbelievable. Yeah. Well, okay. Wait, it wasn't.
Oh yeah, it wasn't supposed to be a live service game.
No, it wasn't supposed to be a live service. It was that live service game was it Outriders or Outriders? It was supposed to be a live. Yeah, that was supposed to be a live service.
That definitely should have been a live service game.
Yeah, but Square decided to do some weird Square voodoo and decide to be like. I sometimes feel like Square likes to be likes to live like rent free in their own heads. Sometimes it's just so they just release games to release the game and just not put any money on the marketing or just not make any sense at all on why they're doing whatever they're doing. But that it is what it is with Square. Yeah. So
I feel like we've seen that a lot, especially this year. Concord. So many other games where it's just like I didn't even know this game is coming out, or I didn't see anything marketing wise. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, but no, everything's been good. Also I started writing for Level 1 Gaming as well on their website. I did a little piece on ESO, their update 44, which focus on PvP cosmetic things, new, they brought in a bunch of new stuff, free to the base game users. Obviously you get extra incentives with ESO Plus or you could just outright like buy the companions.
Well,
but,
first off,
pretty,
what is
pretty
ESO?
Meaty update. Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online. Sorry,
You can't
I
just
forgot
assume.
that. Yeah, no, you're right. Elder Scrolls Online is otherwise known as ESO.
Yes,
had a media update. So
doing the
good stuff. What about you? I know that you got your walk on this morning.
Definitely did. Got that going, and it was good, dude. Well, first off, I'm totally I did the I'm still am. I'm just messing around. PlayStation. I'm doing the Monster Hunter Wilds beta, and bro, dude, I already knew I was going to get the game. Like, I knew the game was gonna be good, and this game is going to be I'm going to be getting it now. Now it's actually great because this gives me a chance to try if I want to play it on the console, if I want to get it on PC. I played I played the console version the other day, and it was good. It definitely did good. I just think there was some dips that kind of irritated me a little bit. But then I was busy throughout the rest of the week, so I'm gonna go try after this, probably after the podcast, to try install it on Steam and see where it goes, and see if how much better it is or how much worse it is, So, but so I did that. Then after that, I was playing some more Metaphor as always, and just trying to finish and complete the game because coming soon, like this month is also going to be big with games because Dragon Quest 3 2D is coming out, plus with some other the Power Rangers side-scrolling beat 'em up is also coming out. I mean, there's just so many different
Rita's
things.
Rewind, right?
Rita's Rewind and stuff, and me with my Nikkei rush right now. Yeah, I know, right?
Nikkei,
Victory,
or goddess of victory.
Yeah, goddess of victory. Yeah, which really pissed me off as of late because, like, I had to draw 170 times just to get the one character I wanted. Didn't get her. Ended up doing a pity pull, and I'm basically broke for the second rare character for next week. So I don't even know what I'm gonna do, and I refuse to put money in on this. So we'll see where this is going to go. So yeah. So then on the weekend I did this morning actually, and on Saturday morning I decided to do a walk for suicide prevention. And did that for did a good 3-mile walk to raise money for suicide prevention, which was really cool. This is which are the reasons for the beads. So because each color meant something for it. So that was really, really cool. And dude, like it was heavy talking to folks and stuff and people that were affected by like loved ones and stuff. It was really eye-opening, let's just say that, for the most part.
Wait, was there like a social moment that they had set up along with the race?
Well, at the beginning of it, there was they sat down and they talked. Like, I guess the top people were there to sit down and talk about their stories about the people that they lost. And then after that, but everyone had like all these shirts and stuff, remembering the people that they were doing this for and stuff, and and then scenarios. But it was awesome. It was definitely really, really awesome to do. So, and I was really glad to do it with my sister and my friends and stuff too. So yeah, it was really, really cool. And I can officially say I've lost more than 100 pounds now. I'm at went down
awesome.
16 9 or 7 pounds yesterday. So
did you say 69?
No, 16.
Excuse me?
I was going to say 16. It's my podcast. I can do whatever I want. That's basically what it is. Yeah, no. So yeah, it's freaking awesome. So yeah, so definitely happy. Just was a really, really, really great week. So definitely going to pursue it more because I just can't wait till I'm like To get weight to be down in the 200s, man. That's a big thing. The biggest goal is just once to hit that goal, it's going to be great. Then I'll be wearing nothing but zoot suits. That's what's going to happen.
That's right, baby.
It's like that's
nothing but zoot suits.
Nothing but zoot suits. I'm bringing them back.
Zoot suit era.
Yeah, bringing it back. I know I'm a little late, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah, no, I respect it.
Yeah,
I respect it. I said when I get down to where I need to get down to, it's all cut off mesh shirts for me.
You get the D'Angelo body. That's what's gonna happen.
That's if I decide to wear a shirt.
He's like, why are you wanting me to cover perfection? That's basically the mentality.
Like, everybody needs to look at it. Feast your eyes, my friend.
Yes, feast your eyes. This is gonna help. I'm helping the world in my way.
Yeah, I am. How can we work this into the plan?
Exactly. Oh man, I love it. How can we work this into the plan? Wasn't that an Always Sunny reference? I was like, that sounds so familiar.
Oh yes, you got it. Good.
That is hilarious. Awesome. That was stupid.
Oh,
okay. But anyways, I know y'all don't want to talk about any underground Always Sunny conversations that we just exposed today, so we'll go through the rigmarole that we like to do each and every week. So each of us chooses a topic of discussion in the world of video games. The topic would or could be a game itself or something that happened in the gaming industry, and we do not want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners and viewers on Twitch and on YouTube, to be a part of the conversation as always. So if there is something that you're wanting to add or chime in on whatever we talk about, by all means, just type it inside the chat as always, and we will discuss it with you, and we will go from there. So I am going to start first today, and I am wanting to talk about the worst kept thing, next step that everyone saw was going to eventually come. So, but the big word is 200 million, Smitty. Do you know what does that number mean anything to you? Doesn't ring a bell?
It does not mean anything to me, I don't think.
Okay. Well, $200 million is how much Sony spent on Firewalk Studios. At least $200 million that they spent on Firewalk Studios when they bought them in 2020 of this year to be added to work on Concord. Now, keep this in mind. Concord was already in the process of being made because this game was being made. I think the cycle was 8 years. It was an 8-year cycle, and it failed miserably, as everyone once knows. So that's how much that Sony was in the hole for this game, and which is alarming. So, to no surprise, everyone was thinking that this was going to happen, but we just didn't know when. But unfortunately, the hopes of them ever bringing a Concord back again looks like it's going to be thwarted. Because Sony earlier this week officially decided to shut down the studios of Firewalk Studios, so it is gone. It is and it was less than 2 years after buying it. So on Kotaku, those sources by the writer Ethan Cash, the PlayStation co-CEO Herman Holst announced in a press release on Tuesday that the team was responsible for Concord, the company's sci-fi hero shooter that bombed so badly it was taken offline just weeks after its launch earlier this year. The news comes less than 2 years after the PlayStation 5 maker first acquired Firewalk Studios as part of an ambitious plan for live service gaming. Then certain aspects of Concord, this is what the CEO says, is that certain aspects of Concord were exceptional, but others did not launch with enough players, and as a result, we took the game offline. And in the press release, they officially said, we have spent considerable time these past few months exploring all our options. After much thought, we have determined the best path forward is to permanently sunset the game and close the studio. I want to thank all of Firewalk Studios for their craftsmanship, creative spirit, and dedication. Oh my God! So I get, and the what the rumors are about this is that Concord only sold on Steam 25,000 units. That's it. For a game that was only worth that only had 200 million for $200 million, at least what Sony paid for it, $200 million on it. And so this, it's a weird situation in my opinion. In the eyes of Sony, this was probably the biggest, well, not only the biggest misfire of themselves, but this is also like, I'd say in history, like in gaming history at this point, for a game that only came out for 2 weeks, shuts down because of how atrocious the game sales were, and it just felt like it was out of tone because no one really knew who this game was for, or let alone why this game came out. And I think the dagger that really killed it wasn't free to play. You know, because because like, remember we play, and what's sad about in this case, the game did have its problems. I think one of the biggest problems was that their characters were too generic. However, I think that to tell a person a brand new IP to say we're going to play a game that's going to be similar to games that we can get for free, and we're going to have to pay $40 and commit to this kind of thing, and plus a little bit of microtransactions along the way, that this was going to going to happen. But yeah, so anyways, I kind of digress. I know we went through this conversation before, but the biggest fact is that $200 million for Sony to say we want to be in the free to game, or we want to go in this kind of business, the live service business, and they put this much money, and then their future plans was they were planning on releasing what at the time was it 9 or 10 different games that were going to be live service, and then they put this kind of cash on this studio that they only had for 2 years, not on top of the fact that they already owned Bungie, and I bet you most people are going to be under the magnifying glass with Marathon that's coming. Not Marathon. Is it Marathon? Yeah, with Marathon coming out.
It is Marathon, yeah.
Yeah. And like, I'm kind of scared at this point, you know? So, like, what do you think, Smitty? What do you think about all of this?
Yeah, no one's safe over at Sony, clearly. And there will be more that happen. I feel bad for the studio. So, number one, I don't know if that was always their intention for the game, or if that was a shift that they had to make after they were, bought out by Sony in that ridiculous plan of trying to do. I mean, you could do as many live service games as you want to. If you don't know how to properly capture people's attention and then hold on to their attention, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to fail as a live service game. There's a reason why that genre is so tough to be successful in. It can be, but like, you can't just do the same cookie cutter things and use generic cookie cutter characters that nobody cares about and say we're going to update a story that no one gives a shit about every week. Like, I don't care. You haven't sold me on anything. Like, one thing that I thought that Overwatch does really well is the vignettes and like the stories that we get in the comics and things like that supports the lore of the game. That's just a hero shooter, but we get all this cool backstory to these characters that make us care about these characters. Fatal mistake number one. Number two, this is a live service game that should be free to play. You're trying to do too much, number one. You can't charge and then have also microtransactions. Like, that just pisses me off. That pisses people off. I imagine, I think that's dumb. Like, it should have already been, because at least then you have an opportunity for people to play it. There's no direct buy-in from consumers out the gate in order to play this game. So people already, seeing that there's a price tag on this game, you don't know where it's going. It's a new IP. I can't invest my time in that. Our time is important. You got to be able to respect that. And I don't think they respect people's time. And that's one of the biggest things with live service games. But they are a time suck.
Yeah, but I don't think that was one of the many. I think one of the biggest problems that I think, like, yeah, that is an issue. That is clearly an issue. I totally agree with you. But however, I think one of the biggest issues is I think this game was a game that came out way too late for its time. is where
I
could
could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, because this game, like, I think that if this game, let's say, I believe this game came out maybe, let's say 7 years ago. Let's say like maybe a year, maybe 2 years after Overwatch or something like that. I could see an audience during this time because that genre of kind of hero shooter was in its infantile states, you know? And I think that like when you have this kind of deal, like, and then if you wanted to make it successful, that game would give it enough time to give it the identity and stuff. And then maybe around the same time, if this thing was festering and it was successful to this point, then maybe they could get away with what they were trying to get away with for as a new IP. But I also think that one of the biggest issues that I see here is like, what kind of FU money did Sony have to decide to say, hey, this is a studio that is not marked, that was not like, I mean, that we knew that what they were making was something special, and we're just going to pump in that kind of cash free-handedly, you know? I mean, like that has to
government money.
Yeah, I mean doesn't that aren't you questioning about that? Because like even like games would love
everyone in the gaming industry, though. I feel like they all overinflated when they were getting them fat ass government checks, and now they're having to dial back to reality because those numbers were never to be trusted. That was never going to be a thing that everybody just worked from home. That COVID was just going to be there, and there was not going to be, they didn't take the fact that there's going to be a new normal. Eventually it'll stabilize, and that's what we're seeing, the stabilization of it. Now we've seen that they went and they fattened themselves up. Now they're having to go back and be like, all right, this is dumb. So how there's not some sort of executive or somebody being at least scrutinized for these dumbass, things that they're doing now. Because now what happens to Firewalk? Are they just done? Are those people going to go and like have to found something new? That's terrible for them, But dude, and who knows how much the vision skewed from what they were working on until after Sony purchased them.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
You can't blame Sony for like some of the full, like all of the reasons, like the artistic decisions on making the way they make. Cause Sony doesn't usually do pushback for that kind of thing overall. Like I
agree,
but
the marketing sucked on it too.
Yeah, it did. It definitely did. But like, I mean, like I said, like we can both agree on that there was just a lot of different kinds of things that made this game wrong. All right. The funny, I mean, we're not denying that, but I guess the biggest thing is just like, but my question is just like for instance, could you imagine a small, like an indie studio, then you got big time Sony coming at you and said, oh, we really like the way you look. And yes, and I totally agree that it was definitely because of the time with the, whatever, the during the COVID downtime that they were overinflating and stuff, but they're like, we're going to give you $200 million for you to make the next best thing, and I'm just like, what? Like $200 million, and then when you realize that you're not going to get that $200 million back, well, I mean, then it's like, okay, yeah, we made a terrible mistake. It's like, what? Like the pressure alone just seems like it would be collapsing. It would be collapsing. And then what sucks now is like, okay, like I said, we saw this thing fail. You and I believe, said that this is not coming back. This was not going to be coming back, and it was definitely probably the best move for them to decide to do that. Because to worry about, okay, we need to reformat the game to make it more interesting and stuff. It takes more time, takes more
You're just
more
dumping
money.
more money into a sinking ship.
Yeah, and you've already made your first impression totally was destroyed. So there's absolutely no way. There's absolutely no way for this. So I understand that, but I really do feel bad about the people that did lose their jobs at Firewalk Studios. And hopefully I'm pretty sure they're going to go back up on their feet, because one of the good things that they definitely did in this game was the animation. The animation was top notch. Was top notch itself. Just please don't bring that guy from Temecula with the blue jacket again, because it was terrible. Because that was just terrible. Like the art style designs was just I was not a fan. But yeah,
not great choices. Very generic.
Do you know what's weird though? The game, like I said, gameplay was fun. It was good. you know, but it wasn't like, because it's weird.
Why am I gonna play that when I know Marvel Rivals is right around the corner?
Exactly. Yeah, it's weird. They put so many crutches to like handicaps on this game, and I mean, besides the terrible marketing, besides the terrible the terrible character designs and stuff, and then the reasoning on why you had to pay $40 for it when the average gamer was going to basically say $40. I'll wait till this game goes free to play, or it's going to be free for the PlayStation Store and stuff like that. And you knew that. What's a little annoying is like how you had to have known that was going to happen. You know, I mean, it's just weird.
Dude, I said it was DOA, dude. I was like, there's no way. I don't even know why they're going through with this.
Yeah. It was like, you know what? It was I think it was on life support when they realized the numbers that they got on the beta, the open beta. And then they were, and they made it even wider when they said, oh, anyone who has PlayStation Plus can play it,
Yeah. When they said that, I knew, That was the feature they were selling. They're just opening up. That can't be a good sign.
I was just loving it at the camp. Oh my God.
Things are askew.
That is true. That is very, very true. Yes. So anyways, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Concord, and no one's gonna remember the game, but I'll remember you for all the wrong reasons. So there you go. All right, Smitty, what are you bringing to the table?
Yeah, obviously, unless you've been living underneath the rock or you're not here in the States, we've got an election here coming up on Tuesday. And I thought this was kind of interesting story. There's multiple parts to the story, but it seems like, and again, no matter how you plan on voting, whichever way, just make sure you get out and vote. I thought it was interesting, though, that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz and that just whole campaign, how they're looking to try to embrace this younger audience. They came up with their team just launched here a couple days ago this Fortnite map called Freedom Town. Again, that's kind of hilarious, totally cringe. But whatever, I understand the sentiment of what they are trying to do. It has different things like gathering resources, stuff like that. Things that also like kind of touch on some of her policies as well. There's challenges and things. It has, and obviously there's not a ton of people playing it. There was a couple content creators that had like a sponsor, we were going in and doing this thing or whatever. But again, I think that speaks to a demographic of people that aren't really targeted a lot by, government officials when they're looking for re-election. So I definitely appreciate the effort that they're at least trying to reach out, get into these digital spaces and whatnot, no matter how cringe it may be. It's still an appreciation of seeing them saying, hey, we know you guys are newer voters as well. Here's what we're about, introducing ourselves. We play video games, even though they totally don't. But I mean, Tim Walz maybe did at one point in time. There was here later on, him and AOC streamed Madden and Crazy Taxi. So I believe that he probably played Crazy Taxi at some point in time in his younger years, maybe. But again, to me, I just, the bigger story of it to me is how they're getting on these platforms that these eyeballs and people are on. They're speaking directly to that younger and what probably is a more male dominated audience in that demographic, especially, with Fortnite and I he used to be a coach. So it totally makes sense that, playing Madden and stuff like that. And then Crazy Taxi, I think, was probably for the nostalgia, and they had that new I didn't even realize that the remake or whatever had come out. I don't think it was emulated, but
which one? Oh, Crazy Taxi. No,
Crazy Taxi.
No, they're making a new one, but it's not out yet.
Yeah, I don't think. Okay, yeah. So I just wanted to see what people's thoughts were, because you don't really see too many politicians. You know, you're seeing it more and more now, but I feel like it's still, you don't really see them go on and just have an open, candid conversation playing video games and stuff like that with people. So I think it was pretty cool and a good effort on their part.
Well, it's actually kind of funny. It's funny because Trinetta says, I want to know what politician plays games. And I'm like, yeah, you know, that's true.
I want the honesty.
Yeah, that's very true. But to be fair, the politicians that are currently in office are like old as dirt. So most of the time,
they're
most
like,
of
what
them
are video games?
Yeah, no, right? You mean the ball? You mean the ball in the cup? Yeah, you know? It's like, you know, I don't know.
I think AOC probably plays video games.
AOC
There's other ones. There's got to be.
The AOC is like probably, yeah, but like you can see AOC doing it, but there's no way that she does do it. You know, like, you know, like she'd be a person to be like, I know video games.
Just regularly chilling.
Yeah. No, she would be like the one to be like, I'm aware of the power of video games. Keep this in mind. The people that do that did all the kinds of regulations for websites, for the websites to be like, you know, free or whatnot, are people that didn't live while websites were active. So there you go. You know, so I think that it's just like, yeah, it's a weird situation that we're in when it comes to that. And but anyways, I digress. I mean, you're right. You have to find a way to bring people, like all sorts of people that are interested in trying to get them into politics and stuff, like, or not into politics, but more like making them care of some sort of way to be like, okay, this is what's going on and stuff like that. But it's always going to be a struggle that adults are never going to win against the young, the young. Because to be fair, I was talking to my nephew, or my second cousin, who's in college, and he's only 20 years old, and he like I mean, at that age, you don't give a crap about, you know, of the stuff, because I feel that the issue is that there's a disconnection between like the youth and what's going on in the world, because they don't have a game or a frame of reference of what they're expecting until they get into it. And I think that like, and when someone's telling you should care about something that you have no freaking idea to do it, it's an uphill battle to make them try to be interested into it, unless you're like, you know, doing things of like, you know, certain deals, like what the right sometimes do on college campuses. But anyways, I digress once again. But the whole thing is it's cool to see them try, and that's all you have to do is try to reach out and then do it, and then maybe the small amount that you do get is what you can work on. And AOC's been doing this like off and on for the past like 3 or 4 years or so, and see where that's going to go. The problem is that the people that we have, like the representatives that we have in the like in politics, doesn't have like can't say crap about it, because it's so weird. Like it's weird to think like, oh, you really think that Mitch McConnell is playing freaking Gears of War? It's like, no, no way.
I'd love to see that.
That would be hilarious. Yeah, no, I mean, you know, it's like, no, it would be amazing. It's like Mitch McConnell. It's like, Mitch, I will donate $2 million in your campaign if you can beat this stage on Gears of War. And then it's like, well, let me try. Yeah, you know, but I don't know. It's yeah, you know. So no, yeah. So but like you said, there's A for effort. And I'm pretty sure they know it too. That's why they don't spend as much time on this as well. And you know, if you ever notice this though too, like if you ever see stuff like you see like AOC on Twitch or like, you know, I think there's like Harris Waltz on campaign and stuff on Twitch sometimes, or even Trump on campaign and stuff on Twitch. Those numbers are so small, it's not even funny. It's like sometimes it's triple digits. It's not even like, no one cares. Right, it's like it's so funny to me, you know. Like, so I don't know. I mean, their hearts are in the right place, but we'll see. And it's such the sad thing is it's the youth vote is so freaking important. It is really important.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so like I said, all they got to do is try.
I would love to see what the data looks like behind it. Like how much can they equate to actually, you know what I mean, like into actual votes that happen, or at least somebody taking interest in politics or something like that. I'd love to see that data. Hopefully somebody's working on a study.
Oh, I'm sure they would. That would be a very fascinating study and stuff. You know what they also need? They need like a survey of like what it is, because like I'm sure there is, but something in depth or of some sort to be like, why is it that we are so like people under at 18 and voting age to like 20 something, 18 to 25, why is it so hard for people to come in? I mean, I don't know what like there's not really an answer to it besides saying I feel like 18 to 25 you're becoming an adult, you know, you're becoming your own adult and stuff. So it's like it's easier. I think it's just easier said than done, but and those folks just don't know how the real world is, not yet. Well, most folks do. So I mean, look at it this way. We're seeing it retrospectively, like we're seeing it that now because now we've experienced it. Can you imagine yourself at 20 years old? Did you really care at that time too?
I have a story, but
is it?
I don't know that it's not like super inappropriate, but like when we invaded Iraq and stuff like that, like we totally like had a bombing party or something.
Oh yeah, that's not inappropriate.
But you gotta, now hold on. You got to remember though too that this is still pretty fresh from 9/11. So you know what I mean. Like I said, not proud of it.
Oh my God, Smitty.
I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying. I know, and it has nothing. I know.
This is terrible.
We were just sitting weird. I was like probably, I don't know, 18 or 19. So again, not things that, you know, really like, yeah, I had no idea what it was.
That is terrible. Oh my God. Oh wow. Well,
I didn't know that. I don't know, but you got to remember too, I went to school in the middle of the cornfield as well. So things were a little different.
Yes, but my goodness, dude, like different. I mean, but that's my point. Naivety, let alone then just stupidity. Not saying you're stupid, Smitty, but I'm just saying that like it's just that's where it comes down to. Where it is. Do you like even right now? Did you know that there was 18 teenagers that were going to voting mailboxes and lighting them on fire, destroying the votes.
That's inside. Insane. That's federal crime.
That's a federal crime, exactly. But then, like, I'm just saying, like, that is just like, wow, dude. Like, I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not to any excuse of saying boys will be boys, but I'm just saying that these people, like, freaking people now are trolls when it comes to this kind of deal. It would be nice if we could try to find a way to make them care. If there's a level of like, you know, in between where it's not crazy like that, but hey, but they're doing what's at a time. We didn't, to be honest with you, we just need more of this. That's where it comes down to.
Yeah, exactly. People, it's cool to see the, I guess what you could say, kind of pioneers of these politicians hopping into the live streaming space and gaming space and at least giving it a go. It hasn't caught on yet, but who knows? Maybe it is something. Maybe it does become a very reliable means of being able to reach a younger audience and getting them interested in politics one way or the other. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no doubt. You know, that would be kind of funny. You just see it's like, hey, I'm Ketanji. Welcome to Ketanji Jackson's stream. The one of the judges of the Supreme Court. Here's my stream of Elden Ring.
Yo, I am here for it.
It's like, here's Ketanji
you really
Jackson.
You get to really know a person as opposed to it being a title. They become more of a person. You know what I mean? No matter how pre-pro'd it is, they're at least, have the balls to hop on there and and take questions live, whereas that would be scary, dude, because there's a bunch of people that are going to come in or possibly come in and criticize you, and that will show how you take criticism as well.
Yeah, no, that's very true. You know what? If it was up to you, Smitty, if you saw if you knew that your like representatives or excluding the president of the United States, that's too easy. But if it was up to you, what stream of a like official would you want them to would you want to watch, and what would they play?
So it's people currently?
Yeah, currently.
I would love to see Bernie Sanders. I would love to see Bernie Sanders play Fall Guys. I think that'd be fun.
Fall Guys.
I think that'd be fun.
Oh,
that's a nice, lighthearted game. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy, so he'd be able to play it. I think he'd enjoy it.
I would like to see Marjorie Taylor Greene play Stardew Valley.
I would watch
that.
I would absolutely watch that.
That would be so fascinating to me if it's just a farming sim and just them just doing it and just see what they're going to do. Yeah, so that would be an amazing one. Okay, so but anyways, yeah, well, that's cool. That's cool that they're trying, and we'll see. Definitely commend them on their try and their strength. Hopefully they succeed, which they probably won't, because we just saw someone here earlier. Who was it? Day Night says it's a map I'll never play, but we'll see.
I didn't even see that, dude.
Yes, but we'll see.
Yeah, basically.
There you go. Yeah, tell me if I'm wrong. Would you not see an MTG playing Stardew Valley or some sort of game, or Dreamlight something from Disney? That would be. I would
watch it.
There you go.
I would watch it. She should play The Sims. That's what she should play.
The Sims? Oh my god, I would love that. That would be
awesome.
Something would be like, it's like, hi, I yell a lot when I'm at home. I just like to just play the game of The Sims, put the kids inside the pool, take out the ladders so they can never come out of that pool, and just watch what happens.
Grab myself some wine.
Yeah, grab myself some wine while I swirl it a little bit.
Oh man.
Anyways, but that's funny. All right, so I guess the final topic here is back to me, and I wanted to talk about my love of this one game that I talked about last week, which was Monster Hunter Wilds. Now, as you know, Monster Hunter Wilds is on a beta release that just came out starting on Monday. And it was as terrific as I thought it was going to be, and apparently I was not the only one. So apparently Steam and Xbox Series S and X released their beta for the Monster Hunter Wilds later on in that week. I believe it was on Wednesday or Thursday, and just yesterday the numbers came in on Steam. 500,000 concurrent players were playing this game. On this game. Now, this is a beta, and it was free. So we know the number is not going to be that when it comes out. But however, the fact that there is 500,000 that was happening concurrently is a really good sign for Monster Hunter, Hunter to be doing it. So, I mean, this game already, the feel of the game was great. It was like, this is playing on PS5 right now. I'm showing my playthrough, my play of it. Dude, it's just more Monster Hunter, and the things that they added, the things that they brought back was so fun. Let me get to a spot here. Here we go. Oh, this is me trying to find the party. But yes, it is exactly everything I was expecting it to be. Yeah, everything I was expecting it to be, and then some. I am so satisfied. This game has sold me. You already knew I was going to get it, because you already know I also made my cat Captain Cucumbers. He was nice. He was there. Nice green.
You get to pull in the cat from the beta.
No, that's the one thing. So you're not going to be able to. They're not saving your progress on this. which is fine. But they're going to save your selection, your character selection. Like though, because you're a custom character, you can create the character. They're gonna save that. So, but you're gonna start again from scratch on it again. So I've just been, for the past like several days, I've been trying out different kinds of weapons. Been trying different kinds of how the new systems work, and it just feels so good at 60 frames, dude. Like it's like I really have no complaints on the style. Man, I hate when I stream, when I watch myself streaming. I see myself with my mouth wide open like a freaking yuppie. It's so funny. It's so weird.
That focus face. That's that locked in face, dude.
Focus face. It's just that deadline. It's like, guys, don't talk to me. I'm in the middle of this fight for my life. Oh my God. Yes. So I'm trying to see, Smitty, does this do anything for you?
It looks good, dude. So my biggest thing, number one, you said there's crossplay. This was a crossplay test.
Yes. So yes, it is a crossplay test. Now, yes, it is now. When I played it, it was only available on the PlayStation 5, but now it is. Now, yes.
Okay, release date. Is it releasing on the same day for console and PC?
Yes, it is going to be releasing on the same day.
Oh. But there's still no word on cross progression, though. Correct?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, so that's the thing that really kind of irritates me. I don't think that there will be cross progression. I don't know why. Like, I'm just going under. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna find out for sure. So let me see if there is cross progression. Yeah,
maybe I just need to watch more of it, because like it definitely hypes me up watching it, and it looks super cool. My issues with Monster Hunter World was the campaign was just too damn long, number one, and it was not really interesting. And then essentially just having to play solo all the time was quite unforgiving. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, it was hard to kill things or fuck things up when you're just by yourself.
See, I don't know how your friends just dumped you on that. It feels like your friends just dumped you on there like willy-nilly and just, you know.
No, and that wasn't the case. Like, I didn't like start playing with anybody. Oh, I got it on my own. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I also didn't like go out about, and I played with Lexdem a little bit. That's when I found out that she was playing. But yeah, by then that's when they're weird, like, oh, people are going to PC and whatnot. And I was like, I don't think I have it in me to try to do that campaign again. I don't even think I finished the actual original campaign. So maybe I did. I can't remember, dude. Like, I did get some of the like the Mega Man like collab and stuff like that. Like I did do Street Fighter, I think. Yeah.
See, like I think that like
I thought that stuff was really cool too.
Yeah, I think your game experience is a lot different when you play with friends, especially when you play with a small team of 4 and stuff. But not necessarily a static. You should have just done pickup groups online for the game.
I could have. I just didn't, dude. I think I just moved on, man.
Yeah. So I think your experience on World really kind of it was a sour note, but I think this time around, since you know better, and then plus the AI. I did try to play with AI only as your teammates. Way better.
Oh, you can do that.
Yes, in this one. If you can't find anybody, and then you can't find a party, and then you can play by yourself.
Get on board with that.
Yeah, yeah. So you have a full squad of 4 that's going to help you out. You know, so that was actually really cool.
I just don't know that I could pay premium price for this, because I feel like I can go in with the best intention, but I could see again, like I said, Marvel Rivals is looming. And that is going to take time. That will take my time.
You already know it. You already know it.
I already know it, dude. Absolutely. I'm going to go hard in the paint on that game. I've been waiting, dude.
I'm going to
I want top 500, baby.
You want to be the best Black Panther player ever.
That's right. No, I don't use Black Panther. I don't know that I've ever used Black Panther in that game. It's very much like Overwatch for me. I support and tank mainly, but I will do some DPS because Scarlet Witch is ridiculous on that game. I didn't get a chance to even use Venom, I don't think. Captain America's pretty solid on there.
I hate
there's some nice DPS on there.
Game. Captain America was
He's tough to put down, dude.
I liked Bucky Barnes better in that one. That was actually really
I never
good.
used him.
Bucky was great. Yeah. But it says here that no, Monster Hunter Wilds does not support cross progression. So that means that your save state, such as game progress and DLC, will be managed separately for each platform. So that sucks. So it's going to be either or for me. I don't know. Like the PC version looks great though, like from what I've seen. So I'm pretty sure that it's funny. Like I'm torn apart because I really want a Steelbook for the PC for the PS5. The Steelbook version looks really
can
nice.
we just come to the conclusion that you are more than likely gonna buy this game twice?
No, I'm not going to buy the game twice. I know.
You're not?
No, I won't. Because the big issue I had with World is the same issue that you had in it, and it was the story, man. Okay. The story progression was just, oh my God, was like pulling teeth. So I think that like I would have to have a good reason to come back on the PlayStation, like on the PC. And then the DLCs, when the DLC comes, it's going to be like, it's going to be annoying. It's going to be really annoying. So we'll see. We'll see how all that's going to go. So yeah. But anyways, yeah. So we'll see. It's coming out February 25th February 25th, and see where it's going to go. So
love it. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. That is still a bit of ways away too. So maybe I'm still not completely saying I'm not going to get it like day one. Right now, I'm like, I don't really see a need for that, but who knows? February is a grip away here, so a lot can happen.
Right, definitely. So anyways. Oh, man, crazy. But folks, thank you for listening to the CFG Game Cast episode number 242. Thank you for being a part of the conversation, as always. We will be back again next week with a whole new set of different kind of topics. But if you did miss out on this episode, that's always okay. You can always check out our episode at the beginning of each and every week on Mondays. We release on all podcast services. So there is absolutely no reason to miss out on our sexy voices. Ooh. Guys, thank you so much. And be sure to check out our website, confreaksgeeks.com, for some awesome, great content as always. So once again, this is me and Davis, and this is Davis and Smitty signing out. Y'all, take it easy. And I was like, it's me, Davis, and Smitty. I'm on an outside existential crisis. Oh my God.
Me, myself, and I.
Me, myself, and I. Take care, guys.